Good morning.
Morning, Thelma. Thanks for having me here at Ubuntu Radio. Yes, as you mentioned, the relations between South Africa and Chile are quite strong. We share many common features, starting with the weather and the climate. We are in the same latitude, more or less.
Mm.
So that means that we have more or less the same kind of products. We are both countries big wine producers. People identify South Africa and Chile for the wine. We have also political and economical interest. We have some companies, mining companies, that are investing in South Africa. They have shares with South African companies. We're having a big delegation this year to come to Indaba, mining Indaba in Cape Town.
Wow.
And we have many areas. Antarctica, for instance, we are one of the 5 gateways to Antarctica, being the others Australia, New Zealand, Argentina. So we carry out a very close cooperation on Antarctic issues. And there are many areas, including rugby, but obviously South Africa is the king of rugby. We are just beginners. For many, many years, rugby was played in Chile by a small group of people. And now, for the first time in our history, we went to a World Cup last year in France. And we performed well. We didn't win much, but there's a potential in the team. And on that area, we're thinking about having an agreement with the South African government, and particularly with the South African Rugby Union, so we can benefit from the experience and the great level of play of South Africa.
Bilateral and multilateral cooperation between South Africa and Chile are conducted within the framework of the Joint Consultative Mechanism, otherwise known as JCM, which is co-chaired at the level of deputy ministers, meeting every second year. What are the priorities for both countries in this mechanism?
Yes, we recently had a high-level meeting between Deputy Minister Botes and Deputy Minister de la Fuente that was here last November, and we identified some areas, mainly social development and particularly women empowerment. We had the opportunity of visiting the Charlotte Maxeke Foundation in Soweto. It's a very interesting experience how you are helping women to bring about their future. We have also agreed on exploring on sports, some as I mentioned, an agreement on sports. We have also agreed to identify some areas of Antarctic research and investigation in Antarctica. We have many areas. We have many areas where we're working on setting goals to be attained in the near future. Yes.
Would you like to highlight some of the noteworthy visits that took place since the formalization of relations between Chile and
Yes,
South Africa?
10 years ago, President Bachelet visited Chile. At that time, it coincided with the World Cup, and Chile was participating in the Soccer World Cup in South Africa at that time. Previously, President Zuma had visited Chile. President Elwin came to South Africa at one point, and he gave a very beautiful gift to President Mandela. We're talking about 1995, 6, somewhere there. And we are planning, and in diplomacy you cannot talk about these things until they happen, but we are planning to have a presidential visit of either President Ramaphosa to Chile or President Boric to South Africa sometime in the near future.
Ambassador, Chile has continued its work to strengthen and expand relations with the African continent. Which countries does Chile have resident embassies and Chile status of? We also want to find out about Chile status of observer member of the African Union.
Yes, unfortunately, no matter that Africa represents an area of great interest for us, we have only 6 embassies around the continent. We have Egypt, Kenya, Morocco, Algeria, Ghana, South Africa. The Embassy of Chile in South Africa covers 12 other countries.
Wow.
It's a lot of work, let me tell you.
It is, eh?
Yes, a lot of work, all the southern cone of Africa, plus Madagascar, Mauritius, Seychelles. We have through cooperation, we believe, with South Africa mainly and the African countries, we have conducted our relations. We have what is called the Nelson Mandela Scholarship. That scholarship was established by President Bachelet when she visited here 10 years ago. And through that, we've been able to give studies to almost 100 South Africans and a similar number of people, mainly from Angola and Mozambique. Those scholarships are still open. I mean, every year we conduct a process of selection. That scholarship basically covers 2 years in Chile, everything paid. Our concern and the South African government concern is that in the past we had the opportunity of giving the students 6 months previous to arriving to Chile, they could take a Spanish course, so they will be more prepared to follow the studies. Because of budgetary constraints, that course hasn't been able to be given in the last 2 or 3 years. But we are trying to sort it out and offer some kind of postgraduate studies in English in Chile. English is not the language spoken in Chile, but still we have some courses that could be taken. But we are very concerned, and we would like to highlight that through cooperation and through the Mandela scholarships, we really like to be close to the South African people and government.
In the recent years, Chile sought to materialize a more active link on the African continent through a bilateral joint work mechanism, such as the political consultations, political dialogues, and other bilateral work activities. Would you like to tell us more about these efforts?
Yes. These are meetings that happen every 2 years. We had the 9th meeting about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years. We're supposed to have the new consultations this year here in South Africa, and those are a great opportunity because you can review the whole relationship from the political, economical side, the cultural, consular agreements are pending. It's a great opportunity. Last time Deputy Minister Botes was in Chile almost 2 years ago, and I think we produce a very important product that we're working to bring about now.